Hello everyone, my name is Ink. Welcome to the Ink Storm. And we are back with another episode of Love, Death and Ranting, where we talk about a particular Netflix animated compilation series, which I and my special guest have thoughts about. Say hello.
Hello, I'm Ari, also known as Awfulwaful, and I have allergies.
Oh dear. Well, at least you're not dead.
Yeah, small victories.
That's how you get through life.
Mm.
So today we're going to be talking about, we're going to be trying to talk about when the yogurt took over.
To be clear, I don't have a yogurt allergy. It's pollen season.
Also, you live with many cats, which
that's true.
Occasionally lead to problems.
Yeah, little bastards.
I mean, a yogurt allergy would be amusing and ironic at this point, but
No, I'm glad I don't, because I actually really enjoy this episode.
It is so surreal. It is so weird. It is.
I don't know what you're talking about. This is the kind of hard-hitting sci-fi, old school, questions about who we are and our place among the stars that I live for.
Ones which conclude with gigantic space rocket yogurt cartons blasting off to the stars.
Sometimes you gotta use a metaphor.
Oh, okay. What's the metaphor here?
The metaphor is that people are trash.
Oh dear. Yeah. I defy anyone to actually hate this episode. Part of it is that it's 6 minutes long. It's half the length of the second shortest episode in this series.
Mm-hmm.
And as I mentioned in one of our previous reviews, this is an episode which really understands when to take a bow and know when the joke is over.
Yeah.
Because you couldn't stretch this out any further without it getting tenuous. But as it is, there's enough. The blend of the almost claymation animation style. I know that's not what it is, but it's that kind of
it's 3D generated, but I wish I could remember the second time we watched it through. Actually, I wish I could remember whose animation it reminded me of. There's somebody off of YouTube who I have seen pop up regularly who has similar kind of like character models and stuff, but I can't remember who they are off the top of my head. But it's a very, the fact that they got, I'm pretty sure that's the voice of Brain from Pinky and the Brain, or somebody doing a really goddamn good impression of him to do the voiceover is like, that is exactly what this feels like. It feels like fucking a like more adult version, and really only because there was like a baby cannibalism joke and really awful looking titties.
Yeah. Okay.
But it feels like a more adult version of like a Animaniacs or Pinky and the Brain episode.
The voice for the episode was Maurice LaMarche, famous for, among other things, the Brain.
Okay, it was.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I'm not familiar with. That is one cultural landmark I was not present for, but
well, that's the metaphor. Is this episode is trying to tell you to get more cultured, huh?
It hurts.
This series is going to end with a divorce.
Oh boy. Yeah, you're right. There is definitely that particular voiceover combined with a script which many people would struggle to read without corpsing, but just done completely deadpan with that kind of dramatic, serious intonation. That very that simplistic, very stylized animation style, and this utterly ludicrous plot. Just this is pure comedy.
Yeah. It's one of those things that it's like I've seen a lot of talk back and forth, and this is not necessarily about the episode specifically, but the episode's placed in a bigger discussion. I see a lot of talk back and forth about, when you're creating something, even if it's a short story or something like that, talking about you need to be aware of the message you're trying to send with your work and what kind of real life comparisons you are drawing, that kind of thing. And I'm dead sure that you could pick this apart and pull out some kind of shit about, I don't fucking know, colonialism or something. But
I mean, there's definitely some shade being thrown at politics and
sure, but it's not.
But it's very innocent in a way. It's
not going after like those damn Democrats or those fucking Republicans or anything like that, which I don't necessarily think is like I think I may have said on this before, is like everything is political in some fashion, but it doesn't have to be the focus. Like, this is not focused on pulling down systems. This is not focused on making a joke about capitalism. None of it. It stays away from the whole thing. It touches on it just as much as it needs to, and then it's done. Like, there's no allegory to pull from here. There's no metaphor. There's nothing, and it's better for it, to be honest. In this case, like, it's just beautiful.
Of course, the flip side of that is that there's, to an extent, like the last episode we did, this defies deeper analysis. And there's only so much that you can say about it. Yeah,
I actually think this is probably the one episode of the whole thing that you can say that 100% for. Is there's nothing to really analyze here. Yoghurt takes over, and Yoghurt goes to space. The end. There's just not much to talk about. I think at least with what was it, Sucker of Souls, like there were things to talk about. There were problems that crop up, kind of thing. But there's just not enough here. And that's the thing, I guess, is that it is in effect better for it. It doesn't overstay its welcome, and it doesn't try to get into things that it has either a very shallow interpretation of or doesn't have the time to go into. It's just the joke and then it's done. Which I think we've now effectively said like 3 or 4 times. But I guess the point I'm getting at is that there is a large contingent of people who don't like things like politics and whatever being brought into media or media criticism. And then there is a what's the word? Not reactionary, but opposite whatever group of people who try to bring that into everything. And the truth is kind of more in between.
I mean, the truth in a lot of circumstances and a lot of subjects is somewhere between the two extremes. Exactly where that lies depends on what you're talking about, but
yeah. But this is great. This is lovely. If you're aside from the mention of the baby cannibalism joke, like it's not graphic. There's not really much to trigger warning here. There's a pair of really geometric titties at one point.
Yeah, it's possibly the most bizarre example of nudity in Love, Death and Robots, because it is in itself a joke, because it takes you a moment to realize what you're looking at and then be like, what? And then it's already cut away to the next visual gag. And yeah, it's this episode is lovely and well worth a watch.
Yep.
And says she, looking over the episode list. Yeah, this may be the last episode where we just agree on stuff. From here on, it starts getting a little more complicated.
Yeah, our watch order kind of like not completely, but mostly front loaded the kind of silly things. There's like a couple of episodes right at the end that are just kind of silly. But I think still have a lot more to talk about, I guess.
Yeah.
So
yeah, there's a series of 3 pretty silly ones at the end, and then everything up until that point is fairly serious. Starting with the next one to look at, Beyond the Aquila Rift.
Yeah.
Which I believe we may have an argument about, but we'll see.
Yay! Fight!
But that will wait for next time. For now, yes, yogurt. Fear the yogurt. And don't
fear the yogurt. Love the yogurt.
Yeah, something like that.
Do not question the yogurt.
That you.
I feel like we're in a Tom Ska fucking skit here.
It is giving me vibes of that. You're not wrong.
Yeah.
Anyway, yes. Until next time, I have been Inque.
I've been an allergy. I need to sneeze so bad.
Oh dear. We better cut the feed then.
Oh god. Bye!